Hello BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth and this is going to be my August TBR. I'm on location at Katie's horse camp this week. Today's the last day and it's about an hour drive to get here each day. We've been dropping her off and going home and coming back, but today's a shorter day because they're going to have a show during the last hour and a half of the day. So I decided just to come over here and hang out in this area. It's a different county. Like I said, it's about an hour from where we live. Emily and I are going to spend the morning seeing what there is to see in this area, and I thought I would do just a really quick intro video for my August TBR. I'm not as prepared as I should be to start filming a video, but I'll at least do the intro and the ending, and I didn't have time to bring all the books with me that I plan to read, and I'm not even sure I know at this moment exactly what I plan to read for August, but I will show you a couple of things and then I will edit a few more things into this video before I upload it. So my main goal this month is to finish the library bingo program. I have probably finished about half of the prompts, so I'm going to need to really get on the ball this month if I want to finish this. The deadline is early September, so I have all the month of August to finish this challenge and get my name in a drawing for a free Kindle Fire. And I will, like I said, I will edit in some of the actual books that I'm going to be reading for this challenge that I didn't bring with me today. Another thing I'm going to be doing this month is participating in a new book club called First in a Series Cozy Book Club, and it is hosted by Di from Disis19 Hearts. He's going to be using our Mystery Madness Goodreads group as a venue for discussing the books, and there's going to be 2 books each month. The one I'm going to be reading is the first in the Bibliophile series by Kate Carlisle. This is the 5th one in the series, I think. The first one I have to purchase from my used bookstore, and I've already contacted them. They do have it. I just haven't been able to get over there before filming this video. So the first one is called Homicide in hardcover, and that's what I'm going to be reading to participate in this book club, and I will link our Goodreads group down below. Di has been added as one of the moderators for the group, and she's already set up discussion threads for the books. And there will be 2 books chosen each month, and they will be the first in a series of cozy mysteries. And I will also link her announcement video down below. She got the idea to do it after the Save Our Cozies readathon that was held on July 16th. And she found out about so many cozy mystery series that she was interested in reading that she decided to try out several of them and invite other people to join in with her. So the book club will be an introduction to a variety of cozy mystery series by reading the first book in 2 different series each month. Another book I will be reading or listening to is the second Harry Potter, The Chamber of Secrets. We did read and listen to Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in July, and it was great. Don't know why it's taken me so long to getting around to reading it. If you watched my I Never tag, that was the book or series of books that I had never read that everyone else had. So now, you know, they say never say never. I said in that video that I was probably going to read it because Katie had been wanting to read it, and I had always said that if she ever wanted to read them, that I would read them too, so that if there was anything we needed to talk about or discuss that was contradictory to our faith, then we would be able to discuss that. So we did enjoy the first one, and she has already now finished the second one, so I need to catch up, and I will be listening to this on audio. Okay, so I've gotten home and I've had time to line up my books and figure out what I was missing from the books that from the TBR that I showed you while I was at Katie's horse camp. One of the things I neglected to mention is the Penderwicks Readalong that is being hosted by Akoss in August, and I believe it starts on August 12th. I will link her announcement video down below, and also the Goodreads group where we will be discussing that. But this is the first of the Penderwicks books. I believe there are 4 in total. This is The Penderwicks, A Summer Tale of 4 Sisters, 2 Rabbits, and a Very Interesting Boy by Jean Birdsall. And I will be reading that this month. Then for my library bingo challenge, I really have to stop postponing Jane Eyre. I was really hoping to read it in print, but it's just so intimidating. The font is so dense, and it's such a long book that I went ahead and ordered the audio from the library, and I will have my print book to follow along. But this is to meet the challenge of read a book that was written in the 19th century. I'm not going to take time in this video to tell you what challenge each of these meets, but these next few books are all going to meet my library book bingo challenge, and I will do a whole video on that later when I wrap that up and tell you what books meet each challenge. So I also need to read Happily Ever After by Kiera Cass. But before I can read that, because there's spoilers, I think, I need to read The One by Kiera Cass. And so I will be reading both of those this month. I have the print copy of this. This is 1984 by George Orwell, but I've also got this ordered on audio from the library. As I begin to take stock of everything I needed to read to finish the library bingo challenge, I realized that there's no way I could read this many print books, so I was able to get this one on audio. This is a new book I just got from Book Outlet recently. This is by Kim Zimmer called I'm Just Saying. And Kim Zimmer played Reva Shane on Guiding Light, which I was a big fan of. And this is a memoir of her experiences on Guiding Light. Alright, another one of the library challenges is to reread a favorite book. So I'm having trouble deciding between Cinder and At Home in Midford by Jan Karon. These are as opposite as night and day, but they're both books that I've been wanting to reread. I've only listened to Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress on audio, and I listened to them really quickly because I really wanted to know what was going to happen. Now that Winter is out, I have not read it yet because I want to go back and reread the print books since I own them now, and so I'm needing to reread Cinder. Then I have also acquired all of the Jan Karon books in print over the last couple of years, and I have never read them in print. I've only listened to them on audio. So both of these books would fit that challenge. So I guess I will just decide which mood I'm in when it comes time to read one of these books. The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan will meet a different challenge, but it will also be a reread for me. I want to reread it in print before I move on to the rest of the series. Alright, then two more here that are nonfiction. The Little Way of Ruth Lemming is a book that my mother-in-law brought over the other day and said that I should read it, and it meets one of the library bingo challenges. I believe my sister-in-law has also read it, and they both enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to that. Then The Girls of Atomic City will meet one of the library bingo challenges, and it's also my book club book for this month at the public library. So the Girls of Atomic City is by Denise Kiernan, and The Little Way of Ruth Lemming is by Rod Dreher. I'm a little more intimidated by The Girls of Atomic City because it is a history book. I'm not sure if I'm going to get bogged down in it or not, but it's definitely a topic that interests me. My dad was a soldier in World War II, and my mother worked as a clerk typist at a base in Amarillo, Texas. So I'm very interested in World War II stories, and I hope that I will enjoy this one. One of the other challenges is to read a book with a color in the title. So I'm going to take this opportunity to finally read Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe by Fannie Flagg. This is the only Fannie Flagg book that I have not read. I read all of her other books ages ago, and I love them so much. I think the reason I never got around to reading this one is because it was not available on audio from my library. And at the time when I was reading Fannie Flagg books, I was listening to them on audio. So now this is the perfect opportunity to read this. I'm really looking forward to it, and I will be able to say that I have read all of Fannie Flagg's books. Teacher Man by Frank McCourt will also fulfill one of the library bingo challenges, as well as one of the challenges for Around the Year in 52 Books. And A Caribbean Mystery by Agatha Christie will meet one of the library bingo challenges to read a book that was published the year I was born, which is 1964. I'm reading Homicide in hardcover by Kate Carlisle, which is the first book in the Bibliophile Mystery Series for the first in Series Cozy Mysteries book club that is being hosted by Di from Disis19, and that is a book club that is starting up this month. So if you would like to join in on those discussions and read one of the books, I will link her video announcement down below, and also our Goodreads group where we'll be discussing these books. I had high hopes for getting all of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants books read in July, and I only got one of them read. So the second book, The Second Summer of the Sisterhood by Amber Shares, is still on my potential TBR, but with all the other books that I need to read for the library challenge, I'm probably going to have to push it back because this one is not available on audio from my library. And unless I get a smartphone this month and get it on Audible, which is a possibility, then I don't think I'm going to be getting to this one, but I'm still going to leave it towards the top of my TBR just in case. So here's my potential TBR for the month of August. The Library Bingo Challenge goes a few days into September, so if I don't get everything read in August, I can still potentially fill my bingo card, but I do plan to get as much of this read as possible. So that's all I have for this video. If I decide to pick up any other books in August, I will let you know in my wrap-up. So I hope you're having a great day, read a good book, and God bless you.